Hey everyone, it's Dave Davlin and welcome to episode 5 of What's Your Handicap? And we've been talking about different types of handicaps, where they might be physical, mental, emotional, maybe our attitudes and our habits, not living our life with conviction, many different ones, and there could be thousands of them. Those are just a few. But today we're going to change gears. We're not going to talk about handicaps because it's evident we all have one. Today we're going to talk about what to do about it. Because the truth of life is this: if nothing changes, well, nothing changes. So I know you might be thinking, well, Dave, you talked a lot about handicaps and what they are, but can you help me overcome mine? Well, the answer to that question is no, I cannot. I'm not trained to do that. Oh, and I've got some more bad news for you. It could be that nobody can help you overcome your handicap. You may be stuck with it the rest of your life. Aren't you glad you listened today? See, that's the bad news. Here's the good news. In order to find purpose in your life, in order that your life might make a difference, in order to find happiness and peace in your life, you don't have to overcome your handicap. But what you have to do is learn to continue on in spite of it and through it, and learn to use it to your advantage, and learn to use it to help somebody else, especially if their handicap is the same as yours. You say, well, how do I do that? There's a couple of ways, and we're going to talk about one today, which is simply learning to control your focus. In a classroom in Detroit many years ago, the teacher and the students heard this very strange sound. It was the sound of a mouse loose somewhere in the classroom. When the kids understood what it was, they began to squeal and squirm, and finally the teacher calmed them down, said, I want everyone to get into your seats. I want you to be as quiet as possible. Then she turned to one of her best students in the back of the class, little Stevie Morris. She said, Stevie, would you come forward? Stevie came forward. She said, Stevie, we're going to be as quiet as possible. I want you to locate that mouse for me. The other students remained quiet. Stevie leaned his head forward, listened intently. In a matter of seconds, he located the mouse. The problem was solved. Well, you might say, well, why would this teacher choose Stevie among all the other students? Because by most people's standards, Stevie would be considered a handicapped child, being that he had been born blind. The answer to that question is very simple. Stevie had learned to focus on not what he couldn't do, but what he could do. Not what he didn't have, but what he did have. And that was this unusual ability to hear things that most people couldn't hear. He would go on to develop that ability and would later become one of the greatest pop stars of the 20th century. You and I would later know him as Stevie Wonder. See, Stevie learned to focus on what he did have, not what he didn't have. Every one of us are just like Stevie. We have something in our life that's positive that we can focus on, or something that's negative we can focus on. And whatever we choose to focus on is what we will experience in life. It's kind of like watching a football game, but you're watching it through the camera lens on your phone. We're all at the same game, but we're looking at the game through our own camera lens. Now, maybe somebody has someone that plays offensive line or defensive line, and so you're watching what's taking place at the line of scrimmage. Maybe somebody has someone that plays a defensive back or wide receiver, so you're looking at what's happening on the outside. Maybe you have someone that's part of the coaching staff, so you're looking at what's happening on the sideline, or you have someone that's in the band, so your lens is focused on what's taking place in the stands. See, we're all at the same game, but our experience of that game is something totally different depending on where we focus our lens. My encouragement to you is this: focus your lens on the part of the game of life that's best for you, the part that elevates you, the part that makes you happy, the part that causes you to contribute to other people. That's what you want to focus your lens on. Jim Rohn once said, life is difficulty mixed with opportunity. Sometimes there's more difficulty than opportunity, and sometimes there's more opportunity than difficulty. But one will always follow the other one. When you understand that, you have an advantage on other people. So the takeaway today is this: learn to control your focus. Learn to focus on the part of life that's best for you. Because life is like a camera. You focus on what's important, you capture the good times, and you develop from the negative. Until next time, one life, one shot. Make it count.